Hello and welcome back. Tomorrow is going to be a big day for me. I am seeing Corey Feldman live in concert. This is huge. I've been waiting for this moment. Some might say my entire life. So after doing a lot of digging over the past month and a half or so, a lot of people say Corey Feldman is the Andy Kaufman of our generation. And if you don't know who Andy Kaufman is, so Andy Kaufman is a comedian from the 70s and 80s. Some say he's not even a comedian. He himself didn't describe himself as a comedian. He's a performance artist, but in Andy Kaufman's own words, he described himself as a song and dance man. If you've never seen anything from him, it could overlap with what Corey's doing. Because he wouldn't go up on stage and tell jokes or anything. He would kind of just have a bit where he's either doing a impression or acting like he's having a emotional breakdown because no one's laughing.
I'm not trying to show any talent. All I'm trying to do is have some fun. This is when I get together with friends and we go home and I have some fun, and I just wanted to believe you were my friends and we're having a good time.
He died in 1984, so he died before I was even born, but he's known in the world of comedy as a genius because he was kind of just trolling everyone because there were groups of people who thought that he was serious and just thought he wasn't talented. This was a lifetime gag for him. And so I could see why people would think that Corey Feldman is kind of doing an Andy Kaufman type bit. Like, for example, he went on David Letterman one time and the tone was very serious and people were still laughing, but he was like, no, stop laughing, this is like totally serious. My wife's divorced me, she took all my money. If you guys have any extra money, just throw it my way.
If you don't laugh because I'm not trying to be funny right now.
And people start actually giving him money, and then one of the producers comes up and he's like, hey, you can't do this here. That's kind of what brought this persona to Andy, is that people weren't entirely sure if he's joking or not. And I feel like there is a lot of that correlates with Corey Feldman too.
If you could, any extra money that you have, I would appreciate it.
Or he would go up on stage at a comedy club and be sobbing and saying, like, his career's not working out, he has no funny jokes to tell, and then kind of turn the whole thing into a music act.
It doesn't work. I have no business being here, and I want to thank you all for showing me where I'm at.
But the only difference with Corey is there's never really a full circle, at least we haven't seen like a full circle movement yet, where he comes back at the end and he's like, thank you very much, and you realize that it was a joke at the end.
Thank you very much.
Like, Andy Kaufman's talent was shown when you realize at the end that it's a joke. Right now, Corey's just kind of out there making a fool of himself, if I'm being honest here. He hasn't come out at the end and said that it's a joke and, you know, it's okay to laugh now. So, one of the shows of this Loserville tour, the one I'm going to, Fred Durst, the singer of Limp Bizkit, the headliner for the concert, comes out and he was like, there's a lot of word on the street that Corey's faking this guitar solo, so I'm going to see it for myself. And he pulls up a chair and has Corey play the solo.
I want to know if Corey Feldman is really playing this motherfucking solo. How about you? Hit it.
By the way, I don't think anyone thought that that wasn't Corey playing the solo. Listen to the solo and you can very much tell it's him playing it. It sounds like the climax to a score of a horror movie. Like there was a sudden realization that someone's been betrayed. I mean, if we're being totally honest, it just sounds like you were to give someone who's never touched a guitar and said to play a guitar solo, and they were just extremely confident. So I don't think there's any discrepancy as to if Corey's playing or not. Anyways, so I will be getting live footage. I might go live on TikTok, I don't know. I will be getting live shots from the concert when Corey plays. I'm going to get there early, going to slam beers, and we're going to have a kick-ass time. And I might even interview some people in the crowd, I don't know. It's going to be a game day decision what happens. I'm just super excited. I'll be at the Dallas show, so if I do see anyone there, fellow Corey fans, come up and say, what's up?